by itself is like a $50 game, okay? I ran across the box, the manual, the answer book, and it had the dust sleeve that what's the company? Color Dreams, is that right? Wisdom Tree, thank you. Same thing, right. Anyways, the dust sleeve is not the normal black one, it's like blue, it has Noah's Ark on it, whatever, but to the lady that had it at the vendor, she's like, the game's not in there, and I knew I had the game already. I'm like, well, will you sell me just a box? She's like, yeah. I was like, how much? It's $2. Okay, here you go. So people like that, they don't look at it like we do. You know, someone sold me a Super Nintendo box for $15. You know, and a Super Nintendo box, what's that going for now? Over 100, 120 now, something like that? You put a Super Nintendo in it, boom, instantly the value of your stuff gets, you know, jacked up times 3 sometimes. Like that Bible buffet, that was $50, now complete box worth $150. I got the box manual, everything for $2. So.
Systems are another good subject to start on. If you pick up a system, even if it doesn't have games, you can turn around, say you pay $10 for it, you can sell it at 50 or trade it or do whatever, and that's,
see, that's systems up. I got a question real quick. How much time do we have? We got 20 minutes or?
Probably. Yeah, 20.
20, okay.
We can go over it, Ken.
Yeah, we could sit here for 10 hours doing this, but. Okay, so let's go over like some tips. Let's get more into the tips instead of just stories.
Does anyone have questions that they want to ask? One person?
All right, ask it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's you right there.
Hey, Superman.
Superman.
Superboy.
Superboy. Sorry.
What's the one game you absolutely regretted buying? Anything. Just any game.
Dreaded buying?
Regretted.
Regretted too.
Aliens, Colonial Marines.
I'll second that.
I don't know, because I go through a lot of thought process before I buy a game, but I would say that recently I've been really disappointed about Battlefield 4, like we were just talking about, because I'm a huge Battlefield fan, I always have been, and I recount so many errors and so much crap in that game. It's just like, why did I even spend the money on it? I should have actually, you know, heard what people were talking about, just held my money. So
I've never bought a game and played it and been like, damn it, I want my $60 back. But I have had games where it's like, that wasn't worth $60. So
yeah, a lot of those.
A lot of those.
I actually have 2. The first one was Achievement 2. I got it about 2 years ago, not really knowing what was going on, and it just kind of quit working. And then the other one was Panzer Dragoon Saga. And Jonathan, my little brother, was with me. I had just got my wisdom teeth pulled, and so I was high on whatever they give you. And they made up a language in that game. And I started playing it, and I'm like, what on earth what is going on? This is crap. So I took it out and I sold it on eBay. I did pretty well with it. I think I paid like $3 for it. But I kind of regret selling it, but at the same time, I kind of regret playing it. Because I would have kept it if I hadn't played it, probably.
Yes.
Where do you guys get your best hauls? I mean, you talk about garage sales, but it's like, I go to garage sales like every Friday morning or every week, and it's like, I just don't have no luck.
Okay, that's actually a good question.
We had just asked that everyone stops rolling their cameras right now.
Yeah.
We're going to do multiple.
Okay, first, does anyone live in Dallas-Fort Worth? Anyone around here? No?
All right, good. We'll tell you. We're good.
We will tell you then. No, well, first of all, if you're collecting persistence, I guess, consistency, like you said, every week, you know, I'll be driving, you know, around town for work. I drive a lot. And I'll see a thrift store or a pawn shop or something that I've gone into 1,000 times, but I can't not, like, pull over. I have to.
You have to.
Right, because what if there'll be the day I don't pull over that someone posts on like RGS, look what I found, and it'll be like $9 trillion NWC or something. You'll be like, where'd you get it? Oh, Joe's pawn shop in Irving. Like, damn it.
I've gone to this Goodwill so many times they've had nothing. I just have it on me. I'm just going there one day and made my next 2. So, and then you know what the best advice I can give you? You just mentioned garage sales. This is the best advice in the world right here. Take notes. Okay. Don't go to a garage sale if they're advertising games on Craigslist. Just don't do it.
Right.
And what you want to do is you go to just random garage sales that you see on signs for and ask them They may not have games out there, but ask them.
That's one of my biggest,
Ask.
people always ask me, give me some advice, this and that. And my biggest thing, two things really. One, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. Always ask. Even if you go to a flea market or if you do go to a garage sale, they got a couple of games. Hey, do you have any more? Do you have anything else? And if you bought stuff, just show them because they may not know what you're talking about.
You've got so much stuff.
Right.
Asking.
If you just ask, they'll be like, you know what? Hang on a second. Come back with this box full of video games. And the second thing is never pay retail. The way I see it, the person selling the game needs my money more than I need that game. So I've walked away over like $1 because a flea market vendor didn't want to budge. I'll be like, later, bitch, I'm out. I don't care, but I'm cheap too, so.
One thing that I would say is that if you're a garage seller going to get knickknacks for your house and stuff, and you're looking for games at the same time, that's perfect. Like I collect stuff for my daughter, but on Facebook, there's a bunch of like different like Facebook garage sale sites and stuff like that. And a lot of the time in the colony where I live, they just put like, hey, we're having a garage sale here. Here's my phone number if you have any questions. Call them up. Hey, you got any video games? And so on and so forth. I mean, also Craigslist. Of course, don't look in the video game section unless if it's like you come across one and it's like, ooh, I got these old Nintendo games. You come by and check them out, you know.
But if you don't answer that ad in the first 5 minutes, forget about it.
Well, on Craigslist, there's the yard sale or the garage sale, and just put what I do. Go to garage sale, and then I just type in the colony. And of course, a whole list comes down. You can kind of look through it, and most of the time, where they put like, it's just
Colony where the city you live in.
yeah, the colony, Texas. They usually just put like electronics, and so if they leave a phone number, call them. If not, go by.
One thing that I've done a lot of times is I'll actually search Craigslist for like Atari or Sega. Nobody buys Atari or Sega stuff, so I'll email them. They're like, hey, do you have any Nintendo stuff too that you didn't list? And I found a lot of great things that way.
Something else you can do is talk about Craigslist. I don't usually go on it anymore. There was a time when I could buy 100 games for $2 total. It's not that way, but and it's flooded with I buy games. Yeah. Those guys are buying games because they're selling the games. So contact these people and say, hey, what, you got anything for sale? I've done that, texting them. You got anything for sale? No, I buy stuff. Well, I know you're selling it. What do you got? Well, here's a list. So,
Want to hear a funny Craigslist story?
Yes, always.
I had a Craigslist garage sale list that was really close by to me saying, oh, tomorrow I'm having this garage sale. It was a bunch of video game stuff, and then like at the bottom it said, if you bring beer, you'll get a discount. So what I did was that night, the night before the garage sale, I went to his house with beer and knocked on the door.
Oh, you're one of them guys.
And he looked at the people, he's like, can I help you? And I held up the beer, he's like, you're selling stuff? And he let me in and let me look at all of the stuff before the actual garage sale. So sometimes it doesn't hurt to be a little aggressive with it all, or you can just kind of contact them and just kind of say, what can I do to get a leg up on it?
Did you get anything? Was it worth the beer?
No, it was not. I got like $20 worth of beer, and I think I walked out with like 5 Atari games.
Wow.
One thing, he kept around saying, more stuff to come tomorrow. Just show back tomorrow, I'll give you first pick. And I was like, deal. So I showed back at 6 a.m. And of course, as I was going through the boxes of his new stuff, which was all garbage, probably about 8 to 10 people all showed up wanting his video game things, because that's what he listed. One guy in particular said, I want all your old Nintendo. And the dude was like 50. So I was like, he's clearly a reseller, like just looking for anything to get and get out of there.
I mean, and you talk about resellers, blah, 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 on the show all the time, blah, blah, blah. If you're fair with your prices, you're cool with us.
Yeah, and that's actually what I'm doing, because I have, like, you guys too, we all have like doubles. Sometimes we get doubles or multiple copies of what we have. So then I take them to conventions like this, and I'll sell them for a far more reasonable price than you'll ever see it anywhere online or any other convention.
All collectors resell.
That being said, if you're looking for any particularly rare games, come by my booth where you can sign.
He's got
reasonably priced games.
Metal Warriors.
Metal Warriors, MegaMan X3.
Do you have the manual?
What?
Do you have the manual for
That's
X3?
actually why I'm selling my extra copy, because I got a complete box